Welcome to you all. In the previous video we just tried to do some kind of basic operations, scalar operations, which we discussed in the previous video, and also we tried to know how to use these basic commands, which are very important and which we will be using throughout the tool. And next we have to go to character strings, how to use strings and characters. So before I go here, I would also go to data types which are available in MATLAB, because that's one very important. Now if you don't know what to search, you just go to here, search and document. Of course I got this from help window. Once you go to data types, you can see here there are different types of data types which you can. In right now I'll be looking at numerical types. In numerical types, the data types are double, single, int and uint. Okay, so it is unsigned int actually, and these data types are used in MATLAB. Now if you want to know, by default I have data type as double, as we just saw in the MATLAB window. I will just redo it. So I say 2, the data type here is double, as you can check. If you are very particular about using a data type, say int 8, int of 8-bit, that is what int 8, int 8 2, no, let me call it some variable, say a equals to. So yeah, now if I see data type, int 8, yeah, I think both uses same data type. So let me say okay, I was checking wrong type. Okay, ANS, as it was first case, it was double and it was int 8. Now if I say I want have b equals to int 16, I can have b equal to int 16. I can check here, b equal to int 16. Now what's the difference? Now if I want to know the difference, I'll just click on int 8. Now int 8, as it says, it uses 8 bits, that is 1 byte. So this data type requires 8 bit to store this data. Therefore we can have range from 2 to the power 7 minus 1. So since it's a integer, it has both negative and positive. If it is a uint, or then in that case it will only have positive side. Then you can see the difference between int 8 and uint 8. Here it starts from minus 2 to the power 7 to plus 2 to the power 7 minus 1. That is what is, this is the range. Okay, now if I want to check back, I want to say unint 16. Okay, I was checking 8. Okay, unint 8, then it is 0 to 2 to the power 8 minus 1. So I get 256. So this is how I have my range. So I can work on it. So since it is only in positive, it will be double the actual range. That will be half of it. That is minus 128 to plus 127. Here 255. You can't change total range, but you can change which side, positive side or negative and positive side. So that's the major difference. Otherwise everything is same. Now coming to double, as you know, it can support decimal numbers. Okay, these are the things which you need to know in data types. If you are going for characters or strings, of course the data types are available, and if you want to use characteristics addition and all that, you can try to use inbuilt functions. Okay, now let me start with basic things. So if even I can convert all the data types, that's also there. Okay, if I want to do as, let me clear this first, clear all variables, which we cleared all the variables which we did, and then CLC, always use this too. Then say a equals to 4.5, earlier I had used, so b equals to, sorry, let me use b equal to 2.5. So what is a divided by b now? It is 1.8. So if I say int 8 of a, so I'd be getting 5, which is approximation of 4.5. anything above 4.5 will be 5. So if I want to do an operation something like this, int 8 of b, earlier I got a by b as 1.8, now I'll be getting 2, because a's int 8 is 5, whereas b's int 8 is 3. Okay, so 5 divided by 3 is 1.6 something, which comes out to be close to 2. So you get this answer. Now if I do the reverse, that is b divided by a, I get 1. If I do b divided by a, I get 0.556. so 0.5, it's greater than 0.5, so I'll get next 1. I got 1. So this is how it works. So let us not worry about this, let us go to our document and continue from there. So let's start with our documentation. So next thing is character strings. So if I am using characters, say my name equals to xyz, so xyz will be stored in variable my underscore name. So I can do that. So let me say name, instead of my name I can use my, okay, underscore name, I can't use space in between, equals to, so you can see it here, m was capital, anyway I have taken it small, single inverted comma, say I would say Raj. Okay, now it stores my Raj as Raj, and the data type is char. So you can see it's a array of characters. Okay, that's what it shows. And if you want to use disp, okay, disp is to display that is stored in my name. Say I want to show what is there in the variable my name, I should rewrite same thing. Okay, it is Raj. By mistake I missed that underscore, then it will throw an error because my name is not defined, my underscore name is defined. Okay, that's what it said. Is it this? Okay, then if in this example instead of disp they have used something else, let us try this. First let me tell you another thing that is missing here, that is input. So if I want to read from command window, I can say a equals to input. So I would ask user to, no, I want to inform user, say please enter a number. Okay, this is what I want to ask user. Let me run this, then it asks please enter a number. Till I enter a number, it will not go ahead. If I say 2, automatically that 2 is get stored in variable A, and that is what it is. So you can see it's a data type is double. Okay. Now if I want to display this back, I can use disp. So disp A. If I want to say the number is 2, then I can't use it by this because it is both. So then in that case I will be using square bracket as it says this. If I have two things, temperature is and also what kind of information. So in similar way here I want to say the number you entered is, if I want to say something like this, and this, you can see here there is a comma and it says num2 string, because when you are displaying it, it should be back to string. It's a number because we just saw A is a double, so you should get back to string. So you should use num2 string. It's a built-in function str. You can see here str of what, which variable you want to convert. So here it is stored in variable A, which you want to display. So that's it. So if you want to say something else after that as a character, you can say. Here I don't have to say, I'll simply say this. It says the number you entered is 2. Okay, I hope you understand this. If you have any confusion, always go to help, okay, which I would do all the time, and say disp. So I would get all the information about disp as a function and then display value of the variable. So yes, this is what I want to know. So once you go here, you can get to know how to use disp, okay, display, displace, and how to use this. In case if you have more than one data type to be displayed in the same window, say, then you can use square bracket instead of saying disp, and all that is there in this. So please check the support. Okay, and next we'll go to the example. So F is 71, it is Fahrenheit 71. If you convert this into degree Celsius with the formula F minus 32 divided by 1.8, you'll get the entered value of F in Celsius. That is what it is. Let me just copy paste for now temporary. Before that, let me clear this. Okay, and let me clear all the variables. Okay, let me start fresh. F is 71. See, I am writing both these statements in the same line because I am using semicolon, and I am saying this is the end of my statement, and I am saying again end of my statement, and I am not interested to see both F and C on the display. Okay, C is 21. If I want to see what is C, simply I can say disp C. Okay, I can get to know what is C. But if I want to have some structure, say temperature is 21.666 degrees Celsius, then I can't use this. Rather, I should go with square bracket and say, I should say whatever I want to touch. Temperature is semicolon. Say it's a number, I have to convert it to string if I want to use it, and it is stored in value C, which I want to display. And after displaying the number, again I want to say it is Celsius. I can use degree cell and so on. And I'm just typing. You can continue typing. So now if I enter, I should be saying temperature is 21.66, which is same as C, and degree celsius, whatever I write here. So this is how it works. Now if I want to just add one more, if I don't want f to be fixed, I want it to be a variable, then f equals 2, okay, f equals 2, I would say input, I'd ask user to enter. So enter temp in Fahrenheit, whatever you want to write. So as soon as you enter this, it will ask you if you enter say 60 instead of 71. Now f is holding 60, okay, then you can rerun the previous commands, okay. Since this is not required, I'll delete this. Then it has converted, and if you are interested to see as per this format, yes, this is what it is. Now every time if you are using this kind of things in this command window, you have to every time go back to frequently use and then try to retype or copy paste. It becomes a lot of confusion. So if you save it in a file like what you used to do it in C programming, it will be much more easier and clear. For that you have to use some option called script, which is available here. Let me open it. Script, either you can open here or new script, both options. As soon as you open, you'll get to know. Now this moment, now you can use it to save it. As soon as you ask it to save it, it will ask in the same folder. Here if you change this folder, automatically it will give you the current folder. Now let me not worry about any of these things. Let me say test1 as a beginner, and the file format that .m. Let me save it. So would you like to save it in dead folder? Let me save it anywhere it wants. Okay, so for time being, let me do that. Now I will ask user to enter. Let me say f equals to whatever I just wrote, input and all that. So let me do that, and then we'll run the program. Let me start typing one by one. Okay, I just finished typing. Now how do I start? Always I should say clear all CLC, because I don't know what is there on command window and what is there in workspace. Let me clear it. Then I'll ask user to enter input, which will be stored in F, and then I will convert it into C, and I'll display that back on the screen. Now let me run this. Just if you see, you go to editor now. As soon as you go to editor, first you have to save this whatever you type, then you can get this option only in editor, not in home. You'll not get in home. Now you'll have to go to editor and say run. Of course I stored it somewhere, not in this current folder. Then in that case it will ask me this option. Then either I can change the current directory, or I can say add this thing to my current directory. Let me do that. As soon as I entered, it will ask in the command window, enter. So let me say 71. Okay, automatically it displayed whatever it has to. Now if I want to change something in this program, say I don't want to display degree, then I will simply say this, and I will save this. Let me rerun again. 71. Yeah, so it is so easy. So now the importance of script is when you have a program which requires you to add, delete something, for more than few lines, better go for script. And you can also save it in a file, and you can transfer it from one place to another place. But if you are just using for one or two commands, you can use it in command window. Anyhow, at the end, all the scripts will be run in command window only. So you need not have to worry about any of the things. As soon as you run a script, it runs in the back end in command window. Okay, so that's it for this video. Remaining things we can check in next video. Okay, thank you.